What is meant by insertion?
Sir, it will compare the next elements and also all elements in the list.
So it will take first two element and compare, and it will be make as a sorted list, and after that it will take first three element and it will compare and it will make as a sorted list, and it will take four element and it will compare and it will make as a sorted list. Likewise, it will be going till end of the element, right? Sorted and unsorted. It will be divided into sorted and unsorted list. Yes. Yes. Then coming to the merge chart, it will be split by two parts by the dividing methods. It will be divided by two parts, and after the two parts, it will be divided till the single element has been appeared in the list. After the single element, it will be merged. So in this merge chart, we have used the regressive technique also to find out this merge chart, right? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now this is a quick shot. So whatever you have done, whatever you have studied in the previous sorting methodology, as of like that, this sorting method is also very simple. And only one thing we want to do apart from what we have done in the selection sort, global sort, or insertion sort or merge sort. So here we want to select a pivot value. So that will be a considered, that is, you want to select any one number as your pivot value. You just listen whatever I am telling, and after it's over, then you can ask me whether you having any doubts or not. First, you want to select any pivot number in the list, and you want to identify the pivot number, and first you want to place the pivot number in the exact position when the sorting method has been done. And after this finding out the pivot number and you are putting the pivot number in the exact position, in the left hand side of the pivot number, all the number want to be smallest number of the pivot number. In the right hand side, all the number want to be the biggest number of the pivot number. This is the first concept. Have you understand this?
Yes,
This is
sir.
the first thing. First thing you look out at, you want to select any one of the number as your pivot number, and that pivot number want to be placed in the exact position, and left hand side of the pivot number want to be lesser than of the pivot number, and right hand side of the pivot number want to be greater than of the pivot number. That is the first concept. And after finding out the pivot number, this list will be divided into two parts. One is left hand side and another one is right hand side. In this left hand side, again you want to select a number as a pivot number, and that pivot number want to become in the mid of the list, and in the left hand side it want to be lesser than of the pivot number, and the right hand side it want to be greater than of the pivot number. So the regressive technique will be again happen in this sorting methodology. Clear? Any doubts? In the first stage, if you are having any doubts, you can ask me.
Explain again, sir.
1 minute. I will go with this sheet. Just take this example. I am going with 1, 7, 3, 2, and 5. So this is the unsorted list. Have you seen that? This is the unsorted list. First, I want to take a number as my pivot number. So if suppose I am taking this 5 as my pivot number, right? You just imagine I am taking this 5 as my pivot number. The final sorted element, how it will be coming, the final sorted element like this, right? So 2, 3, 5 and 7, right? Yes. For this case, the final sorted list will be like this. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So you just imagine that I am taking 5 as my pivot number. So what way I want to do is I want to place this 5, 0, 1, 2, 3. So 0, 1, 2 and 3. So first thing what I want to do in this quick start is I want to take the pivot number and I want to place that pivot number in a particular position. That is, the final sorted position is 2. So I want to place this final pivot number value in the position called 2. And after that, the second condition will be the left hand side. I want to arrange those number in an ascending order. That means lowest value want to be in a left hand side and the highest value want to be in a right hand side. So the highest value will be 7 and the lowest value, it may be 2, 3 or 3, 2, whatever it may be, that I want to arrange first. That is the first thing. Don't confuse. Have you clear about the concept, how you want to do the pivot numbers? So I will go with the second slide, then you can able to understand it. And this pivot, how we want to select those pivot value, whether you can select the first element or a last element or a random element or a median of 3 value, that is first, middle and last. So how we want to select the pivot value, whether you can select the pivot value as the last element or you can select the pivot value as a first element, or in the program point of view, you can select the pivot value as the random element, any one of element you can choose, or else you can find the medium value, that is first element, middle element and the last element. The average of this element is the median value. So in these cases, we can select the pivot element of the particular list, right? Don't get confused. The sorted list as unsorted list has been given to you. You want to select any one of the pivot elements. So here, for selecting the pivot element, we having 4 conditions. Whether you want to select a first element as your pivot value or a last element as your pivot value, or random element or a median of 3 elements, that is first, middle and last. So that is the 4 conditions to select the pivot value. Are we clear about this? First, then unsorted list has been given. In that unsorted list, you want to select any one of the number as your pivot element, and that pivot element will be depends upon this 4 condition, whether we can select first, last, random or median of 3 values. Clear? Yes. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes. In that, why we want to do is, you can see here that if you are going with an ascending order, that pivot value want in the center, and left hand side of the pivot value want to be a smaller value, and right hand side of your pivot want to be a bigger value. If you are going with the descending order, then pivot value want to be center, the bigger value in the left hand side and smaller value in the right hand side. This is the general concept. I will explain you when you are going with the example. So this is the concept. Are you clear about this?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now you see the condition here. Here we have taken this 70. So I will go with the, so for finding out the pivot value, this is the 4 condition, whether you want to select first, last, random or median. So after that, to arrange the pivot value in a particular position, and after arranging the pivot value in a particular position, the to arrange the smaller value in the left hand side and the bigger value in the right hand side, we will move with these 3 conditions. You just want to remember these 3 conditions. You just want to remember these 3 conditions. I will paste here, I will paste here, then I will explain you this code, then you can able to understand. So, yes. You want to remember this condition. And one more condition will be there. If you are taking the last element is your pivot value. If you are taking this last element is your pivot value, then the swapping method which will be consist of left part. So I will tell you how it will happen. Swap left. This is the fourth condition you want to look after. And same thing. If you are taking the first element, if you are taking first element is your pivot value, and the swap element will be your right part. So that how will happen, I will tell you that. So you just remember this 5 points. So first one is left is less than or equal to right. You want to check that. And A of, so you just consider this is an A. So this is an A list. So A of left is equal to less than or equal to pivot, and A of right is equal to greater than or equal to pivot. So now what I am doing is I am taking this 70 as my pivot value. You just imagine I am taking the last value, right? Yes?
Yes, sir.
So here what is the condition? If I am taking the last element as my pivot value, final element I want to swap is whatever the element is left, I want to swap that. So here I am taking this as right. Sorry. I am taking this as left. And I am taking this as right. Clear about this? So this is the initial step.
Yes, sir.
So the first element, if I am taking the last element as my pivot value, the first element will be the left, and last minus one will be the right. Right? So you see here index value 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 and 6. So I am having 7 elements. So I am having an index value till 6. So first, this is the initial part. So I am taken the pivot value. So this is my pivot value, and based upon this pivot value, I am going to do an operation here. So here I am taking left as my first element and right as my last minus one element. Now you can see here. You just imagine how this can be sorted. You just imagine. So the first number will be 10, and the second number will be 30, and the 40, 50, and 70, 80, and 90. So this is my sorted list. You just imagine that this is my sorted list. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So this is my sorted list. I am doing a rough calculation. So it means that this 70 want to be occurred in an index value called 4, right? Yes? Are you getting this? Are you getting this? So this 70 want to be occurred in an index value of 4. So first I want to do is, I want to move this 70 to the index value 4. For this moving purpose, I am using these 3 conditions over here. So that is the thing. So in this condition, if this condition is true, then I want to go with this condition. If this condition is true and I want to move the left one step forward, and if this condition is false, then I want to go with this condition. If both the condition is false, then I want to swap this left and right. If this condition is false, then I want to swap the pivot value and the left hand side condition. Pivot value and left element, I want to swap those things. So first I will go with this. Left is less than or equal to right. That is an index value. What is the index value of left? Index value of left.
0.
So yes, 0 is less. So 0 is less than or equal to 5. The condition will be 0 is less than or equal to 5. The condition, the 5 is the right index value. Whether the condition true or false?
True.
True. Then if this condition is true, then I want to move to this condition. That is A of left is equal to, A of left is less than or equal to pivot. So A of left value is 10 and 10 is less than or equal to 70. The condition
True.
true. So if this condition is true, then I want to move one step forward the left. So now what will happen? This will be true and this left will be moved one step forward. Now this is the left, right? Clear?
Yes.
Yes. Now again I am going to this condition, that is left is less than or equal to right. Now the left value is 1. 1 is less than or equal to 5. The condition?
True. False.
True. 1 is less than or equal to 5. The condition is true, right?
Oh.
So I am going to this condition and again I am checking this. A of left is less than or equal to pivot. So 80 is less than or equal to pivot value. The condition will be
False.
false. So the condition false. So now what will happen? It will move. After this condition is getting false, it will execute this statement. That is, A of right is greater than or equal to pivot. What is A of right value?
70.
A of right.
50. 50.
Yes. 50 is greater than or equal to 70. The condition?
False.
False. If both the condition is false, both the condition is false, and the left and right value want to be interchanged. Clear? The left and right value will be interchanged. Now it will become 50 and here it will become 80. Right? Clear?
Yes.
Yes. Now again it will be starting from the left. Now what will happen? 50 is less than or equal to 70. The condition? Condition?
True.
True. If the condition is true, then this left will be moved one step forward, right? So now this will become left and this will become right. Now again you can come here and check the condition. 2 is less than or equal to 5. The condition will be true. So same process will be happen. 30 is less than or equal to 70. The condition?
True.
True. If the condition is true, the left will become one step forward. So now this 90 will become the left. And again it will check 3 is less than or equal to 5. The condition?
True.
True. So again it will check 90 is less than or equal to 70. The condition?
False.
False. So if this condition is false, it will go to the right concept. So here the right is 80 as of now. So 80 is greater than or equal to 70. The condition?
False.
True. 80 is greater than or equal to 70. Condition is true. Now what will happen? This right will move one step backward. This right will move one step backward. This will become right. And what will happen now? 3 is less than or equal to 4 because the right has been moved one step backward. So 3 is less than or equal to 4. Yes, condition true. Again, it will check the right process. That is 40 is greater than or equal to 70. The condition?
False.
False. 40 is greater than or equal to condition 70. The condition will be false. If both the false has been happened, what I have told?
Interchanging.
Yes, interchanging that both false value, that is 90 and 40 will become interchange. So here it will be considered of 40 and here it will be considered of 90. And now again it will go, again it will check whether left is less than or equal to right. So left is 3 and right is 4. Yes, 3 is less than or equal to right. The condition satisfied. Again what will happen? It will check 40 is less than or equal to 70. The condition?
True.
True. If it is true, what will happen?
Move
This-
to one
This
step forward.
one step forward. So left will be moving one step forward and both the left and right will be pointing out the 90. So again, you can see here and check the condition. Left is less than or equal to 3. It means 3 is less than or equal to 3. The condition. True, right?
True.
True. Yes. Again, it will check
Sir,
9.
4 no, sir, index value.
4 is less than or equal to.
Sorry. 4 is less than or equal. 4 is less than or equal to 4. The condition will be true, right? Yes. Yes. So again, what will happen? Again, it will check the left hand side. That is 90 is less than or equal to 70. The condition will be
False.
false. So again, the right hand side will be calculated, right? So again, what will happen? Right will check 90 is greater than or equal to 70. The state condition?
True.
True. If it is true, what will happen? This right will be moved one place backward, right? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now it will be moving one place backward. Now you can check this condition. Left is less than or equal to right. What is the left value? 4. Right?
Yes, sir.
4 is less than or equal to what is the right value now?
40.
3 index value. So 4 is less than or equal to 3. The condition will be fails. If this condition has been failed, then you want to swap the last left number and the pivot number. What is the last left number?
90.
90. So you want to swap this last left number and the pivot number. That is 90 will be replaced here. 70 will be coming here and 90 will be coming and the replaced of the pivot number. Now you can see that 70 lowest number has been arranged in the left hand side. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
And highest number has been arranged in the right hand side.
Yes, sir.
Yes. And we already discussed that the normal position of the 70 in this unsorted element is 4. And that pivot value has been arranged in a particular place, right? Yes. So you can see here that the normal sorting method, you know that the normal sorting method will be like this. That is 10, 30, 40, 50, and 70. So you can see the index value 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So normally when the sorted element has been occurred, in the index value 4, the pivot value want to be assigned. So we have assigned the index value, the pivot value in the index called 4. And in the left hand side, the smallest number has been arrived, and the right hand side, the biggest number has been arrived. So this is the first concept. Clear about this, or I want to explain this one more time? Clear, or I want to explain this one more time?
Clear, sir.
Clear. So you just do your homework, then you can able to identify what this means, how it will be coming. Or else I will give you one more example with the minimum number of values. Just wait. For this 3 condition will be the this 3 condition, and this, if you are taking a left hand side, if you are taking the first element or a last element, that is the thing. If you are taking the last element, you want to swap left index value. If you are taking the first element, you want to swap the right index value. So same thing, I will go with the first index value. I will give you another example with the first index value, right? $54, 26, 93, 17, 77, and 31. Yes. So you just imagine that I am taking the index value, I am taking the pivot value as first element, right? Now you tell me what is my left element and what is my right element.
26 is your left, sir.
Yes, 26 is my left. And what is my right element?
31.
31.
31 is my right element. Yes, this is the initial part. If you are taking the last value as your pivot value, then pivot value minus 1 is your right, and the first element is your left. And here, if you are taking this, second element is your left value, and last element is your right value. Fine. As of now, we are clear, right? And now I am going to check the condition that if left is less than or equal to right, what is the left value? Left index value.
1.
1.
So 1 is less than or equal to 5, the condition.
True.
True. If this condition is true, I want to go with this condition. So A of left is less than or equal to pivot. What is the A of left value?
26 less than equal to
26
54.
is less than or equal to 54. The condition, the statement will be
True.
true. Then what I want to do?
One step forward.
One
One
step for
Yes, this left will be one step forward. So now this will become my left. And again, I want to check this left also. So 93 is less than or equal to 54. The condition.
false.
False.
False. So if it is false, what I want to do?
Right.
Third condition.
Right back.
Yes, we want to go with the third condition. So right value. So right 31 is greater than or equal to 54. The condition will be
False.
False.
false. If you are getting both the condition is false, then what I want to do? If we are getting both the condition is
Swap
false,
left
then
and right.
Interchange.
yes, we want to swap left and right. So this 93 will be going at the last, and this 31 will be in the second value. So here 31 and 93, right? Yes?
So,
Yes. Again, I want to do this left operation process. So before that, I want to check this condition. 2 is less than or equal to 5, the condition.
true.
True. So I can go with the second step. So 31 is less than or equal to 54, the condition.
True.
True. Then what I want to do?
One step forward.
One step
17 is
forward.
left.
Yes. Now I move with this 17. So this is my new left. And again, I will check 17 is less than or equal to 54. The condition will be
True, sir.
true. Then what I want to do? Again, I want to move one step forward.
Forward.
77.
So here, so this will be your new left. And again, I want to check the condition that 77 is less than or equal to 54. The condition
False.
False.
false. If it is false, what I want to do?
Second condition.
Right after.
Go for the right condition, right?
Third condition.
And right, I am doing that. Right, I am doing 93 is greater than or equal to 54. The condition
True.
True, sir.
true. And now what will happen? This right will one step backward. Now the right will become one step backward. So left and right will be in the same process. So each and every step you want to check these conditions also. So now I am checking the condition 4 is less than or equal to 4. The condition will be
True.
true. So now what I am do? 77 is greater than or equal to 54. The condition
True, sir.
True, sir.
true. So now what I want to do?
One step forward.
So this right will be one step forward, right? One step backward. This right will be one step backward. So now this will become your right, right? And now you can check. Now you can check the condition. The left index value is 4, and less than or equal to what is the right index value?
3.
3. Whether this condition is
False.
true or false.
False.
So this condition, when this condition becomes false, we want to swap the first element and the right element. What is the right element as of now?
17.
17. So you want to swap the 17 here and 54 here. So here it will be coming as 54, and here you will get a 17. And now you can see here, this is my pivot value. Now you can see whether all the smallest element has been in the left hand side.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes.
boss.
Whether all the biggest element has been in the right hand side.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So this is the finding out the pivot value and placing the pivot value in the exact position. Now you can tell me when you are manually sorting this number. Can you sort those number? First, what will be the first number? 17, right? So already sorted. The number has been already sorted. I hope so. Okay. So
Yes, sir.
if you are doing manually, the sorted element will be like this: 54, 77, and 93. You can see here this index value of 54 will be 0, 1, 2, and 3. So here also we have find out the index value of 54 as 0, 1, 2, and 3. Right? So this is the first step. Are we clear about this?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now what is the thing? And we are finding the pivot value, and we have placed the pivot value in exact position. And in the left hand side of the pivot value is the smallest number. We have identified that. In the right hand side of the pivot number as the largest number, we have identified that. Then we are going with the regressive function. So if you understand this concept, then the regressive function will be very easy. Then what will happen now? This 4 numbers, that is 1, 10, 50, 30, and 40. 10, 50, 30, and 40. And here 80 and 90. It will be splitted by 2 lists. It will be splitted by 2 lists. And here what will happen? This 40 is your pivot number again. This 90 is your pivot number again. Right? Yes?
Okay, sir.
Have you understand this, how it will be working? So once you have written a code for this one of the thing, then what will happen? This will be splitted by 2, and this 2 list will be considered as an individual list. And this is, and the last element, if you are going with the last element in your program, then this last element is your pivot number. If you are going with the first element is in your first starting program, then this first element as your pivot number. So here what I am doing is, I am taking the last element. So this 40 is again my pivot number. This 90 is again my pivot number. Now this index value will be 0, 1, 2, and 3. And this is my left. This is my starting left. And this is my starting right. Are we clear? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So again, you can do the same operation. Again, you can check the condition. If left is less than or equal to right. For this left hand side process only I am telling, then right hand side, how long this process will be happen? Till the single element has been appear, till the single element this process will be happen. Now you can see here. Now you can see here, left is less than or equal to right. What is the left value now? Left index value.
0.
0 is less than or equal to, what is the right index value?
2.
2. Condition is true, right?
Yes, sir.
So if the condition is true, then this condition will be executed. A of left is less than or equal to pivot. What is the A of left value?
10.
10 is less than or equal to pivot value, that is 40. The condition?
True.
True, right? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Yes. If the condition is true, what I want to do? I want to move one step forward. I want to move one step forward. Now this 50 has become your left. And again, I will check 50 is less than or equal to 40. The condition will be
False.
false. So what I want to do if the condition is false?
Take right condition.
Right.
Take right condition. So now I am taking the right as 30 is greater than or equal to 40. The condition?
False.
True.
False. 30 is greater than or equal to 40. The condition will be false. If both the condition is false, what do we want to do?
Swap.
Slap
We want to swap those numbers. That is, yes, we want to swap those numbers. So 50 will be coming here. 50 will be coming here. And 30 will be coming here, right? Correct.
Yes, sir.
And again, you can check the condition. The left is 1 and right is 2. So 1 is greater than or equal to 2. The condition will be true, right? If this condition true, you want to execute this, right? And for the second iteration, what I am doing? So 30 is less than or equal to 40. The condition will be
True.
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 True, sir.
If the condition is true, I want to move one step forward. In the left want to be moved one step forward. So left and right will be placed in the same position. So again, I will checking the condition. 50 is less than or equal. 50 is less than or equal to 40. The condition will be
False.
false. So what I want to do, I want to check the right hand side. So right hand side 50 will be there. 50 is greater than or equal to 40. The condition
True.
true. Yes. So again, what if the condition is true? Again, I want to move this right as one step forward, right? One step backward,
Back.
right? Yes. Now
Yes, sir.
this will become your right. And now you can check the condition. 2 is less than or equal to 1. The condition will be
False.
false. If it is false, you want to stop those process. If you have taken the last element as your pivot value, then you want to the final step, you want to swap the final left. What is the final left here?
50.
What is the final left?
50.
So 50. So you want to swap those 50 and 40. So you want to swap those 50. So sorry, here it will be 40 and here it will be 50. Yes?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Then what will happen is this 10 and 30 is less than 40. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Yes. So what this is my pivot value. This 10 and 30 is less than 40. The condition satisfied. And this 50 is less than greater than 40. This condition also satisfied. Again, what we'll do is this will be divided into two parts, and this is the left hand side and this is the right hand side. Again, it will be divided into two parts. That is 10 and 30. Right? So I will tell you that. So again, what will happen? This is your pivot value. Based upon this pivot value, this will divide into 10, 30, and this will divide a single element called 50. So no need for doing this calculation and all. So here what I want to do is, again I want to take the pivot value as 30. Right? Have you understand?
Yes, sir.
So likewise, it will be going till the single element has been appeared in your final list. And after the single element has been appeared, it will be recursively calling all the function. And it will be the sorted element will be coming over here. So here you can see here, once you are sorted, then this 80 will be take place here. And this 80 will be called recursively. And this after that, it will be 7. So the final element will be coming over here. So only one thing, if you are understand the first process, how it will be happening. If you are understand this first process, then you can call the function recursively and do the remaining process. That's the thing. Are you clear about the first process, how it is happening?
Sir.
Yes. Yes. So that is the thing. So we will discuss the. So now here you can see here. So now you can see here this for this, what will happen, how the swapping. So now what will happen, this will be splitted into two parts. One is 17, 26 and 31. And this part will be 77 and 93, right? What it means, we have started the pivot value in an exact position, but in the left hand side, we have arranged only in an ascending order, but not in the, we have arranged in a smallest value of the pivot value, but not in the exact order. For arranging those order, again, we want to do this. So here in this stage, what is my pivot value?
17.
Here?
77.
Yes. here in this stage, my pivot value is 17. Why? Because I have started the pivot value as a first element. So likewise, the regressive function, when you are calling the regressive function, same the first element will be occur as your pivot value. You can't change. You can't able to change when you are starting as the first element as your pivot value, and in the next step you can't able to change this last element as your pivot value. Once you have changed, when you initialize the pivot value as your first element, then it will be recursively calling those function, and this here the 17 is your pivot value. Likewise, this will be splitted by 3 parts, that is 1 and 2 and 3. So this will be splitted by 1 and 2. So this will be splitted by 2 parts, and the single element has been occurred. And after that, this will be splitted the single element. Once the single element has been occurred in this, then the program will be terminated and the function will be giving the result for the regressive function. So that is the thing. So these 4 things you want to be keep that in mind. First condition is left is less than or equal to right. That is an index value, and that A of left is less than or equal to pivot for arranging the element in the left hand side, and A of right is greater than or equal to pivot, that you are going to arranging the largest value in the right hand side of the pivot. And if you are taking the first element as your pivot value, you want to swap the final left value when this condition has been not satisfied. And if you are taking the first element as your pivot value, you want to swap the final right element when this condition has not been satisfied. That is the thing. Are we clear? If you are having any doubts, you can ask me now. So if you understand the concept, then the tomorrow lines of code will be very easy for you. One same thing. We are checking the process. We are checking the process, and we are checking the condition, and we are swapping the numbers, and we are calling the regressive function. Only minimum number of lines of code for this, but the concept want to be understood. No doubts. If you are having any doubts, you stay back and ask your doubts, or else you can give your attendance and leave now. I will post this video today evening itself in the YouTube, especially this video in the 3rd unit. I will post this video in the YouTube today evening itself. You, in the evening time, you go one more time with those video with your example. And again, I won't explain you this concept when I am explaining the program. Again, I never explain you the concept when I am explaining the program. If you are having any doubt, you stay back and ask your queries. I am here to clarify your doubts. Just practice the thing, whatever I have told here with the example, that you can take the example and you can practice those things. If you are having any doubts, you can stay back and ask your queries, or else you can give your attendance and you can leave now.